Hey, what's up guys, KSK here. Today I bring you guys the brand new video. This is called MX Linux, the number one Linux distro of 2020. In this video, I'm going to talk about MX Linux in depth and why it became so popular in the world. Let's get started. For those who aren't aware of what is MX Linux, it is a midweight Linux distro based on a Debian stable branch, and also it uses the technologies of antiX and MEPIS by integrating the best tools into the operating system. Now, the main goal of MX Linux is designed to be an elegant and efficient desktop with simple configuration and high stability. This is the reason why it became so popular in a short period of time. It can almost run on bare minimum hardware and provides a solid performance. Now let's talk about the user interface of MX Linux. In one word, MX Linux is an iteration of antiX Linux distro. Since antiX is based on LXDE desktop and the MX Linux uses the midweight desktop environment called XFCE. It has built on the top of a GTK framework and is considered to be fast and lightweight while still being visually appealing and easy to use. XFCE embodies the traditional Unix philosophy of modularity and reusability. I feel the desktop environment is pretty snappy and gives the retro feel of BSD-based operating systems. The MX team has optimized the XFCE desktop to make it more responsive and interactive on the systems having a fewer hardware resources. Now, when it comes to customization, within the settings, you can use the appearance section to change the look of the desktop. There are so many styles that are pre-installed into MX Linux that helps in a lightweight of customization. Along with styles, you can use a different icon packs, fonts, and more. Now, by default, MX Linux comes with a default panel that houses a different toggles. This includes the launcher menu for quickly launching the applications. Along with them, you're going to see the preview panes, the sound controller, system functionalities, and more. And these panels are easily customizable by placing the different items. Now, I would say it's pretty neat to handle the panels, and I have to admire the MX team for making it so easy to customize the desktop. Now, MX Linux with XFCE supports a WorkSpaces. They are pretty useful on laptops and smaller displays. These are nothing but desktop pages. Within the panel, you can see a high-level perspective of WorkSpaces, and this way you can quickly jump between the desktop pages. You can add as many workspaces as you want, and just take a look at this workspace controller that will let you switch between the pages very easily. You can also use a keyboard shortcut, Ctrl plus Alt plus arrow keys, to easily navigate between the workspaces. This is one of the fastest ways of quickly switching between the different pages and helps in neatly organizing your applications. MX Linux is one of the best Linux distros that I have ever come across when it comes to built-in applications. The apps that are pre-installed into the system are seriously eliminated some of the problems that many Linux users do face in other distros. There are so many useful tools that make your job done very easily. Applications like Office Toolkit, GIMP Photo Editor, video players with the vast support of codecs to play any kind of a video, audio players, and most importantly, the set of MX tools that are specifically crafted for this distro. Now, applications like MX Boot Repair, MX Cleanup, Live USB Maker, and many other useful tools are pre-installed that gives a full control to the end user to customize their desktop to the core system level. Now, my favorite part of this distro, it comes with an application called iDevice Mounter that lets you mount the iOS devices into Linux. This way, you can import or export files from your iPhone or iPad into the Linux seamlessly. I like this tool, and definitely if you're an iOS user, then you would like this app for sure. Now overall, I would say the built-in applications are super useful, and no other Linux distro can provide the things that the end user require. When it comes to installing applications, you can either use terminal to install any package, or you can rely on the built-in MX package installer. From the terminal, you can almost install the applications the same way you do on most of the Debian-based Linux distros. Since MX is based on the top of Debian stable branch, you can use the apt package manager to install any package into the system. And the easiest way to handle or install any applications into the system is by relying on the MX package installer. This is the place where you can find around a 20k plus applications available to get your job done. And all these applications neatly organized based on the categories, and this way it would be very easy for the user to install the application what they are looking for. You can install the kernels, wallpapers, and window managers according to your fancy. No, not only MX package installer lets you install applications from Debian repositories, you can also rely on the Flatpak manager. Flatpak is an easy package management tool to create an application and run across the entire Linux desktop market. This way, every package is treated as a self-container that can run on different Linux distributions. Thanks to its self-contained mechanism, the Flatpak-based packages are pretty easy to uninstall with fewer commands. Typing flatpak list from the terminal that shows all of the installed applications. This command gives you more information about each installed package such as version, branch, and more. Now these are some of the stunning features and tools of MX Linux that you cannot find on any other Linux distro. Other features include MX Linux supports a live USB mode, meaning that you can simply create a bootable media with your pen drive and get started using without the need of installing on your system. Now when it comes to software updates, MX Linux provides a tool called Update Manager, which is where you will see all of the updates and upgrades. This way you can stay updated and make your system more secure. Now it's time to talk about the performance. MX Linux is a mid-weight Linux distro that can run on almost any PC or laptop. The performance and speed of this distro is rock solid, and there is no doubt that this Linux distro can run on bare minimum hardware and provides the full faster performance to the end user. According to the HTOP tool, on an ideal condition, the system uses a very less resources, and take a look at the RAM. It is using around a half gig and makes the whole system super stable. Thanks to the MX team for optimizing the system to run as perfect as it can be than the other Debian based Linux distros. And these were the recommended specifications that you remember while installing MX Linux on your computer. And lastly, these are the Geekbench scores of MX Linux running on my system. So the conclusion part of this video, MX Linux is a super solid high-performance Linux distro that delivers a hassle-free user experience that can almost run from low-level to high-level hardware. In one word, if you have an older computer or the system with fewer hardware resources, then MX Linux is the one you must give it a shot. All the applications may work super fine and you may not gonna face any issues. And that's pretty much it, guys. What do you think about MX Linux? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching this video. This has been KS Kirail. I'm gonna catch you in my next one. Peace.
I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right.